Welcome back to part 2 of the Bushcraft Shelter serial playlist. Left you a few days back and I haven't done that much since, to be honest, but anyway, let's not drag this one out. What we've done and what we're going to do in this stage, what we've done with you off camera, is that I actually moved in. I edited it out because the film was already far too long. I wanted to move that, but I can't move it by hand. And I was thinking of making a flip-flop winch, but there isn't really anything to winch it to as such. So I left that for now, but I found another piece. As I tried to explain to you before, this is an overflow. We dug this out with the JCB. It's on film somewhere a couple of years ago. Shifco was down here. We dug an overflow trench to take the water away when it was liable to flood. So I'm wanting to get some heat into that shelter area. I've just shoved this rotten piece of wood. It serves no other purpose than bad firewood. Look at the bog holes in it everywhere. So I put that in there. I got this other piece of trunk from a rotten tree that fell over there somewhere, and I shoved that in. You can see it's not good wood, and then I just knocked a couple of retaining posts in the back to stop that rolling out, and then I just got some rocks, because there's loads of rocks, that being a man-made dam. I got some rocks and I made myself a fire pit, and I made it so that I can get some air in, and I burnt off some pretty rotten wood yesterday evening just to burn it in and to try it. You can see the smoke marks on the rocks. None of the rocks actually have split, which is good, but I'm not, they're not like, I'm not cooking on them like I did once, and actually was reflecting in a lot of heat here. So and I just knocked in a couple of support sticks for a horizontal for a cooking hanging frame at some stage. No, don't need it at the moment. John Lord suggested in the comments, and I already had an idea that I was going to do it, but I wasn't quite sure how I'm going to do it. But I think at some stage my next job is to get this raised bed done, so I can actually get a night out in here, see how it is. But I think that I'm going to make another triangle structure from this place here, or down here somewhere, and I'm going to have it at a higher level, so head height. And I'm not sure if I'll put canvas on the top of it, or I'll make some shingles. It'll be a long process, or I'll just use something as non-bushcrafty, some roof sheets or something I've got. So it gives me an area here, an admin area, that I can actually stand up straight, so I'm not bent all the time. A cooking area, and I got a shelter roof over the head, so I can have a fire going 24/7 if I've got the firewood if necessary, and keep me at least warm in there. Yeah, I have got some reflective mylar type some sheet somewhere. I could line that. I'm not happy with the shelter, it's too saggy, but anyway, it'll all come, you start off with something. And unfortunately, I'm not like a lot of channels, not knocking the channel. All I want to say is that, I see a lot of channels and they always have, perfectly straight sticks that they just come out from the bloody Harbor Freight or Jews or whatever, and I never have it. I always have drunken sticks. I mean, look at it. There's hardly, if you find something that's straight, it's only straight for half a meter or so. I mean, this is the stuff that's come down with the trees. I'll have to go to my other place up there where there are it's been neglected for years, and so I've grown a lot of stockers which are quite straight. I'll cut a couple of those for this raised bed. My plan is I'm going to silky saw this fallen tree, and I'm going to see if there's what it's like, if it's good enough. I have to take all these branches off first, otherwise I'll be pinched up sore, really pinched up sore. Plan is Get 2 pieces of that wider than my shoulder width, and then get 2 straight sticks to rest on the top of it. Space it. I know how to space it. I know how to fix it without any wrapping, frapping, any cordage. We might have to put a pin in it, or if I find the right sticks, you'll see it when I cut everything and I got everything laid out. I'll show you, because you won't probably see it going in there. My other option, of course, is 2 tripods, but I don't really have the room for tripods in there. So the raised bed, a couple of pieces of that about 1 meter wide, maybe a bit more. I'll measure it. Some straights perpendicular to those 2 ends. Some heavy duty trash bags, bin bags. I don't really fancy line on sticks. I was thinking about digging out the floor and putting some bottles in for insulation, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. With the bin bag, at least I can put some insulation inside of the 2 sides of the trash bag, and of course there'll be sleeping mats and stuff on top of it, so we'll see. I fixed they have some this jacket has some protective sleeve patches on it, some waterproof outside and some material on the inside, and over the years they deteriorated, so they're all frayed. I look like, you know, Davy Crockett's jacket. I noticed it in the last film, and I did say at the time that, you know, the scruffiest bugger on YouTube has to be Rick T with his combat jacket. Rick T Outdoors. Look out, check him out. Have a look at his channel. Some bloody good bushcraft stuff on there. And he commented on the last film and said, "Yeah, I'm fixing that jacket because you must keep the award of the scruffiest bugger on YouTube." I fixed my jacket, mate. It's up to you to fix yours now. So that's it, guys. Dog sleeping in the ashes of the fire again. Soon burn his ass. Little bugger. Over in that direction a couple of years ago, I saw the biggest snake I've seen here. I mean, it was a really big bugger. Over 2 meters. You know, you tend to exaggerate, but this definitely was minimum 2 meters. But it's non-venomous. It's European. I think it's called a Caspian whip snake. The locals call them smock, as in kind of smock jacket. I mean, just pronunciation smock. That's what they call it, and they're protected species. They tend to bash their heads in if they see them. I let it go, but they're about. I mean, there's all sorts down here, and there's certainly mice, there's voles, there's moles, hedgehogs. So I got to be careful with my food source because they'll be in it, and it's still too warm, possibly. That I saw a frog here yesterday, so the frogs haven't hibernated, and if the frogs haven't hibernated, and the hedgehogs haven't hibernated, and the turtles might have hibernated, or they might have started to hibernate, then Mr. Snake or Mrs. Snake certainly hasn't. So I just need to be careful. Even though they're non-venomous, you don't want to get bitten by anything. They carry a lot of bacteria. So that's it. I've waffled on enough. Changed my mind on the selection of wood for my raised bed. I'm going to use a piece that we cut from this tree that it fell. It wasn't rotten all the way down to the bottom. I can see some holes, and there's some holes in this here. Yeah, I'm going to cut a couple of 1 meter length pieces off this. I want to cut that ragged end off. I don't know how long it's going to take to cut with a silky saw, but I'm trying to clean my nose with a plastic bag. You don't need to see that, do you? My hooter. Right, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Should have brought the machete up from there. Cut these thistles down. Look at the pieces. Okay, let's see if we can rig the camera up somewhere, because somebody will say, I didn't do it, I didn't cut it. So I did it with a chainsaw. So let's see if we can rig this up somewhere. Over and out for now. the hard work. Well, not so hard, but I'm not used to it. Beautiful. Well, bit of a cutting board there, chopping board rather. Oh, I'm out of breath, as you might imagine. My arms are aching, I'm out of breath. But I mean, you know, I'm almost 66 years of age, you can't expect miracles. But the tool works. Get in the right position on that, cut on that, pull back, and it really rips through. Now I wish this is the 500, yeah. I wish I got the 650 or the 1000. That would be something to have, but you know, they're not cheap, these tools. They're not cheap at all. So I'm not going to film cutting the other, because I've got 2 more cuts to make if I'm going to get 2 1 meter pieces out of this. I'm going to go and have a bit of a breather now. You'll get the fast forward bit, but I don't know whether to put supermarket music. This is what I wanted to ask a question last time. Should I put supermarket music or should I do it without supermarket music? Some people like, some people don't. So it's up to you. But you'll get some fast forward, probably. Otherwise it'll be too long and too boring. Anyway, I'm waffling again. I'm going back to my fire. So there's my chopping board now. And here's my fire. So I'm gonna have another dark beer because it's Sunday and I can. And it's yeah, we're here again. 1700 hours in old money, 1600 hours for those of you who turned your clocks back. No, I didn't, as I told you before. Dog, me. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, press on the wolf head, press on the notifications. See you in the next one. Over and out for now.